So, we're waiting for the lights to come on. We can't see them because of the bloody camera angle. But it's lights out and away we go. And Formula FSM gets a very decent start, actually. Good start from the pole sitter. Side by side from the cars behind him. Pulls over. That's a good way to do it. And he's got someone who's stuck the nose up the inside there. Tomboy has tried to do it. He kind of does the Max Verstappen, and we got a spinner in the back. People all over the place. Flobbo spun, and Gary the Goat as well seems to have dropped back quite a bit. But look back to the lead. Tomboy taking the lead. Can he maintain it? Yes, he can. He'll complete the overtake. Formula FSM tries to keep his nose in there, but he has to back off eventually. He yields to the high tech, and he's all over the road, and he's into the wall. Atom takes second place there. I'd be surprised if Formula FSM didn't have any damage through a race without having some kind of damage to the car to worry about. Because we've seen that that can really damage his pace. He has managed front wings. He did so in Bahrain, but obviously he'd much rather just have literally keep his nose clean. But that's not going to happen as Tomboy cuts completely across. He was absolutely having none of the attack from Atom there. And once again, Atom will have to deal with a front wing damage and way down the order. So it might have to charge through the field once again. He's right behind his teammate in Flapping Fish. He will be furious with that. So at the moment, a bit of calm. Or, well, not really calm for Rise or for Atom. Atom is absolutely flying. He has not let that front wing damage deter him at all. The red mist has descended once more for the ART driver. And he is driving. He's a beast when he wants to be, even with front wing damage. He is a ferocious monster when he is a wounded animal, is Atom. We'll see how he's can get past Rise. Rise doing a decent job of defending so far, but Atom so aggressive. He wants to get past in places no one else would even think of making an overtake. We could go 3 wide here as Gary the Goat gets a bit boxed in, and Atom will have to settle for 6th for now, and Gary the Goat will have to settle for 7th. Raza, not necessarily under too much pressure, but in the background, look at that. Atom, he's got the exit that he needs to get past Rise, and he's almost side by side with Gary the Goat. Good camera angle there as Gary the Goat also makes his way up into 6th, and Rise loses 2 positions in 1 corner, but Gary the Goat makes a mistake, goes wide. He utilised that braking zone. He managed the brakes there. He's doing so well in the car. Look at the exit that Atom just got there. In comparison to the Carlin, he's basically toying with him. He's in another race entirely in terms of pace. And now, alongside Nuff, who once again is under pressure, and Atom this time is much closer, and Gary the Goat might stick his nose in there as well. Nuff is forced to give him space, and he's forced off the track. Atom is not wasting any time, but he's given a bump in the rear. It's a bump and run by Nuff. He is allowed to do that, and it looks like he's gotten away with it for now, but Atom cuts back. He's now on the outside into the hairpin. Great racing. Gary the Goat gets his stealth, gets stuck in. The angry hand goes up for Atom there. Nuff somehow holding on to P3, and once again frustrates Atom as they all come into the pits. Once again under pressure from Atom, who just gets such an exit out of these corner. It's just nailing. He has nailed nearly every single corner this race. He is on fire. He's so good at getting the traction out of these corners, is Atom. He's done so well of it this race. Really can't compliment him enough. And once again, just look at that. Look at the speed he's got, just taking that line so much better than the Carlin. There's contact there, as Nuff does not want to give up that position, but Atom forces his way through. And are we going to go 3 wide into the chicane? Yes, we are. Nuff diving down the inside, and once again, Atom loses the position, but once again, he's got that pace, he's got that exit, and he's fed up because Nufk is just slamming into him at points on this circuit. But finally, does Atom get the position back, and once again, Nufk bumps into him, bumps into the rear. I do have to say, this is pretty dirty driving from Nufk at the moment. He's being very aggressive, but he's actually turned it around. And look at Nufk trying to break the toe. He's just going to force Atom, try to force Atom to go on the outside there, but Atom really wanted to take that inside line. Gary the Goat trying to stick his nose in there. Atom's having none of that. Nufk once more coming under pressure. He just doesn't get the traction out of these corners, and once again Atom up the inside, storming up the inside. And now Nufk and Atom, and there's contact. That was inevitable. You have to say that was pretty inevitable there, as Nufk once again making contact with Atom. And he might well be penalised for this. He might be given a grid penalty in the next race, because the driving standards have been pretty lackluster, to say the least. But it's very tense. One wrong bump and wrong move then could change the fate of Atom's race. And once again, he's behind Gary the Goat, who isn't going to give up the position this time. Now Nufk will try to defend from Gary the Goat, and Atom looking to make this 3 wide. Is he going to get in the middle? No, he's not. There's contact. Atom brave on the brakes. Perhaps too brave on the brakes. Gary the Goat off. Nufk Owen is off. And perhaps, was that a bit more of the red mist descending there? Was Atom just saying, screw it, I'm just going to take him out? And, well, I mean, he did a very good job of it, to say the least. He has been bumped multiple times in the rear. And, oh, I think Nufk is going to take some revenge. Yes, he is. Straight into Atom. They're out. Nufk Owen takes full revenge. It's a war zone in URL. I have never, ever seen that happen before in my life. As a commentary, I've never seen anyone do that, ever. I've seen it in like, oh wait, Tomboy's made a mistake! Oh no, he made a mistake! Tomboy has just made a catastrophic error. He pulled over to the side. He made the Michael Schumacher. He was going to do the famous go over to the pit wall to celebrate with your team at the end of the race. And he screwed up, royally screwed up there, because he is mistaken lap 14 for the final lap. ISO Sad was pretty much already guaranteed a victory there due to penalties, but right now he's going to win on track too, so long as he does not make any more errors. Tomboy versus versus Raza, Raza round the outside there. Good move, contact. Tomboy gets the position back, contact again. These wet conditions are causing quite a lot of contact between drivers. Rise versus Gary the Goat. ISO Sad, the only one at the moment without any penalties. He will win the French Grand Prix. Fantastic stuff. He has properly turned it around in this series. Gary the Goat will also get on the podium along with Raza, so two top tier drivers in this series, in this league. who have won races before, contended for titles before. Well, the only other title in this entire league. And that is it. ISO Sad has won once again. And this could, if he wins like this, he could be on for championship contention